I'm Oliver Trevina on the Young Hollywood sofa with the lovely Claire Holt and Grey Damon. How are you?
Good. You are also lovely.
I'm not feeling it right now because my dog is she's just left me. Left me the minute this handsome young man sat on this sofa.
This is the life.
This is it. Look at her. This is...
I do that sometimes, just sprawl out on Grey.
Yeah. Do you?
Kodiak.
Sam.
Grace.
My daughter Emma, she's gone.
Get my little girl back.
We're special, we're powerful, and we can change everything. I'm Charlie Manson.
Aquarius.
Yes.
This was my evening last night, and it's dark. Like dark as in naughty and mysterious
Gritty.
and madness.
It is naughty.
You'd expect what it is, though,
naughty.
right?
I like the way you say it better. Naughty.
I like the way you say
It's
it.
very naughty.
There's no way they would ever think this is going to become one of the most famous murderers in our history.
You're both cops, working together to track down Charles Manson, to find him. And your roles in itself are important in history. Like for you, especially the female police. You know.
Yeah, I play one of the first female police officers to be able to do anything of any significance in the police force. So women at the time in the late 60s were coffee makers, and they did the filing, and they were treated like secretaries, and it was really great to be able to play it because this is a character that was sort of at the forefront of women's rights, and she's pretty badass. I really loved playing her.
Yeah.
But the show, it's quite strange because it starts at the very beginning.
Charlie has a vision. Someday, he's gonna be more famous than the Beatles.
Which shows Charles in quite a nice, like, you know.
It's the origin story of Charles Manson. So it's how he got to be this figure who could tell people to commit atrocious crimes and murder. And it's really interesting to see that because he really started out, or so it seems, about love and family, and he was really magnetic, and he just...
Which I think a lot of people like that do, you know?
Right. They have to have something about them, right?
This
to get
is true.
people to
bring them in.
To do naughty things.
To do
or like
naughty
that,
things.
that what they're saying is correct and,
Right.
and gonna change the world for the better.
To believe in.
Look at it. It's an electric snake. See, the snake eats the world. We eat the snake. I'll show you how.
Were you familiar with Charles Manson?
I was familiar with him. I didn't know the intricacies of the crimes that were committed. I had to, give myself a curfew on researching because I started to give myself nightmares. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I didn't...
We both got nightmares from doing research on him, I think.
It's really scary.
It's pretty scary, yeah.
Hello, she doesn't like me like she likes you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had to, obviously research the time period and articles and books and music and things to sort of help us understand the time.
Wow, the love generation plays rough.
David Duchovny. Let's mention him for a minute.
Let's.
How was it working with that handsome, talented man?
Horrible.
Horrible. I hear he's the worst.
Yeah.
No, he's insane.
Yeah, he's such a pro. You learned so much from him, and
we were both really nervous, I think, going into this because I certainly followed him, and I was a big fan of his, and I just didn't want to mess up. I was desperate not to forget my lines, and
I loved how he would let me explore a bit with the role and stuff. He didn't have like a do it this way sort of thing about him.
But he's such a generous actor, and he just wants you to be good, and he wants to help, and he's so funny, and he's so smart, and he just puts you at ease. So it was my favorite job ever done.
With Aquarius, we're taking a real 40s and 50s cop and taking him into the revolutionary 60s. And I thought, well, that's a really interesting journey to take.
I'll tell you what I did love, because it's set in, obviously, 1967, and the music is great as well in the show.
Right?
Yeah. It's awesome.
We got lucky with that, actually, because we weren't sure if we were going to be able to use a lot of the music, and then Network showed the show to the music fairy, I guess. And
which is great, the music fairy. Love the music fairy.
I'm so happy we have one of those.
Right. If you could go back to any year for the music, do you have a favourite year in music?
What year did Space Jam come out? Because that soundtrack
Space Jam the movie?
excellent.
Oh my god, R. Kelly. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Whatever year that
I Believe
was.
I Can Fly was on that, track number 13, I think.
Everybody
on the
danced
soundtrack.
out.
She would listen to that every morning before we'd start shooting.
What was the one that was really upbeat that just got you going? It was I think it was called Space Jam. The Space Jam song.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Great. That year.
I think it was 1997. 1997. That was a guess. Can someone check? Can you check? What's your year? Beat that. Beat Space Jam.
How do you beat the movie of a generation?
Yeah, I mean, forget the Beatles. Space Jam.
Do you remember when that came out?
Yeah. I do.
Wasn't it like 97 or something? It's always cool to see those movies that mix me.
Oh, so close.
That was good, though.
I'm always a number off.
That was good.
That was close. You just copied him, though, because he said 97.
Did you?
Yeah, I did.
Did you?
Yes, I did.
I was not listening.
No,
He's one
you
of those
weren't.
people that like hears things and he does it.
Yeah.
And he thinks it's his own idea.
Yeah,
Comes
totally.
out.
So I have this
Hello?
idea for a show, by the way. It's called Aquarius.
Set in 1967.
Yeah.
It's about this serial killer.
Yeah.
Not sure which one yet, but we'll figure it out.
Maybe Manson. That's the one.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
See something you don't understand, you want to hit it or shoot it.
Oh, you're hurting my feelings. You know me so well. You hear his name associated with the show and you think, well, it's about Manson, but it's not really. It's about America.
This is great. But in the meantime, Aquarius, watch them.
Yes,
It's really,
please.
really naughty. It's a naughty show. Naughty.
Naughty. Can't say it like you can. Naughty.